Do you know where power comes from when you hit your ground strokes? Well, a lot of players give different answers to me when I ask that question, and most of the time they're wrong. Well, if you'd like to learn where power comes from, I'd like you to tune into this lesson today. My name is Jeff Salzenstein. I'm the founder of Tennis Evolution, former top 100 ATP pro, and now I'm a USTA high performance coach, and I'm just committed to helping players like you all over the world improve. So let's get to that lesson to find out where power comes from on the ground strokes and how you can get more of it. So I hear a lot of coaches talking about how you get power. Power comes from the core. I agree. Power comes from the legs. I agree. Power comes from the hands and the relaxation of the hands. I definitely agree. But a lot of times players, or coaches I should say, don't talk about power coming from the ground. So it actually starts in the ground. This whole concept, this whole notion of the kinetic chain, I'm not really so sure we need to be focusing on the kinetic chain per se, because that's a lot of things to think about. But we do have to understand our body in relationship to the ground and how we can use the ground for power. So I'm going to show you some examples on the forehand side on where power comes from. You can do the same thing on the backhand side as well. But essentially what you want to do is on shots that are high, or even shots that aren't quite as high, that you feel like pushing off of the ground. This is what the pros are doing. They're pushing off of the ground. They're pushing off of, but they're also pushing into the ground so that they can rise up and crush that ball. So the power, the force is starting in the ground and then it's coming up through our bodies. So let me show you a forehand where I really use the ground to get power. Okay, so I'm just loading and then I'm just pushing off of the ground to get that power. We'll do it again. So again, very aggressive move, very advanced move, but just keep that in mind, that pushing into the ground and pushing up into the air, jumping off of the ground, allows you to get more power. If I were to hit that same shot up high and just load a little bit and just swing with my arm, I wouldn't get that natural power that I'm looking for. And again, that's what the pros are doing. That's what you want to do. If you're able to jump, you want to start using the ground to get more power. So if you can tap into the ground, to be able to push off the ground to get more power on your groundies, you're going to take your game to the next level. And so I really hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Make sure you give us a thumbs up. That really helps us out at Tennis Evolution. We're giving you free content. Hopefully you can help us out. Make sure that you leave a comment if you have a question or a comment, or even a review of what you thought of this lesson and how you think it might be able to help you. Now, before we go, I know you've been watching up to this point, and there's something I want to share with you. I actually want to give you a free gift. You see, I have 3 myths that I've picked up over time as it relates to baseline footwork, to your footwork. And I want to reveal those 3 myths to you. So all you have to do is click the link in the description below or somewhere in this video, and you will be able to get access to 3 myths that are killing players' footwork all over the world. And I don't want you to struggle anymore. If you've been struggling with your footwork, or even if you don't know you're struggling, but you see these 3 myths and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm making these mistakes, I want to reveal the myths, and then I want to give you the solution. So go ahead and click the link in the description below or somewhere in this video. It will take you to a page where you can get access to this free gift. 3 myths that are killing footwork for players all over the world. I couldn't even get it out. I was stumbling, but I got it out, and now we're ready to help you improve. Thanks so much for your time today. I really enjoyed making this video, even though I stumbled through it at the end. We'll see you at the next lesson. Thanks again.